Next, we're going to use our trig functions to find the measures of angles. We used our trig functions to find the side lengths. Now we're going to look at using angle measures. Okay, so this is where we're going to use inverse sine, inverse cosine, and inverse tangent. Rather than trying to explain it abstractly like this, I'm just going to show it to you through an example. Okay, so here's an example. I want to use a calculator to find the measure of angle A to the nearest tenth. So if I want to find the measure of angle A, that's this one, I'm going to use my side lengths. We know that 18 is the opposite, and we know that 27 is the hypotenuse in relationship to angle A. We know that the trig function that uses opposite hypotenuse is sine, so we would say that sine of whatever that angle measure A is should be equal to the ratio of 18 over 27. And now here's where your inverse trig functions come into play. I want to get angle A by itself, which means that I need to get rid of this function sine. In order to get rid of that function, I want to use the inverse function to get rid of my function of sine. So I'm going to take the inverse of both sides. So I have sine inverse now on this side along with sine, and whatever I do to one side, I got to do to the other side. Okay, so I'm going to take an inverse on this side as well. So now what I'm left with is just A on this side equal to the inverse sine of 18 over 27, which is what you're going to plug into your calculator. So if I do that, find my calculator, now I'm going to go second sine, because I want the inverse, 18 divided by 27, close the parentheses, and it looks like I get approximately 41.8 degrees, which is your angle measure. I'll do one more down here at the bottom. We'll look at 4a. We're going to continue to find the measure of angle A to the nearest tenth. So here's angle A. 6 is opposite, 20 is adjacent. So now we want the tangent function of A equal to 6 over 20. This time, to cancel tangent, I'm going to use the inverse tangent on both sides, leaving me with just angle A equal to the inverse tangent of 6 over 20, which we can plug into our calculator. Second tangent, 6 divided by 20, close the parentheses, gets us approximately 16.7 degrees. 4b is going to be pretty similar, except that time it just uses cosine.